Good evening and welcome. This is Yvonne Smith from Jnissihair, and welcome to another episode of Behind the Beauty. Tonight we will be joined by a beautiful lady, and her name is Lady T. Lady T is one that we go back a long time ago, and we have known her for since she was quite small, actually. And this lady is doing big things in the gospel music industry. So we are going to welcome her in just a little while. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about her. She is a gospel music radio presenter, and also she has worked with lots of live artists and friends and lots of people, and she has driven the Gospel Drive show on a big station, the number one gospel station, and that is Premier Gospel, and she's done that for 7 years. So I would like to welcome her on to Behind the Beauty. Let me just get her to join. Here she is. She's coming on. Lady T, Lady D. Hi. Let's welcome the beautiful lady. She's joining me now. Lady T,
Hello.
hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm
Welcome.
good. I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. Honestly, I'm very, very grateful for you inviting me on. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much.
It's my honor to have you on. I've just was kind of reminiscing, me and Gary, how long we have known you for, since you were kind of really down there.
Yeah.
I can't even
I,
remember how old you were then.
I think I'm probably it must have been about 13, I think.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it
yeah,
was
yeah.
about 13. Yeah, we were definitely teenagers at the time. So,
Yeah. So
yeah.
going back to Mansell Way.
Oh
Uh,
Yes, that was, oh my gosh, months away. That was,
hmm
yeah. That's where it started. That was where it started. I
Oh,
cannot forget that at all.
Gary's just said you're Lady T superstar.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
thank you,
yeah,
Gary.
yeah,
To be honest
yeah.
with you, do you know what? Here's the funny thing. Gary has like a huge part to play in like all the stuff that's been happening because like since day one, since
Mhm,
working at the radio with him, since
mhm,
like having that opportunity at BDC, it's been amazing. And if not for him pushing me and applying
mhm.
when I did, um, I don't think I'll be here doing this or having all the experiences that I've had. I don't think I would
Yeah.
have had it. So he was a massive part of like basically saying, T, you're ready. I said I wasn't ready. I said, no,
Mhm.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready. He says, no, you are ready, even though you think you're not, then you're ready. And then I did
Okay.
it. And then now we're here. So yeah, a lot of things that I've done, I do owe it to Gary a lot.
Okay.
So yeah.
We are gonna take you back right the way
Yeah.
down memory lane. All right. So let me just see. Let's.
Oh my gosh. Hey, hey, oh my gosh, you took it. You actually took it there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You
Oh.
took it there. You took it there. That was, oh my gosh. I love it. That's probably one of the best times like in my life in terms of like doing when we started the dance crew, which was absolutely fantastic. I'm just like, oh my
Yeah.
God, this is so crazy.
Oh, It was called JC Dance Crew. You remember?
Yes, how can I forget? How can I forget? Like Jason, that was some memorable times. And you know what? If not for our parents, right? I think we could have gone really, really far.
Yes.
With this thing.
I think
Did you remember the time? Did you remember the time when, like, you know, Gary and you were champion for it, and we were getting gigs? Like, this was no small. We were getting gigs, and like, but they were just kind of like, it was just kind of like, they're like, no, you can't do it, yada yada yada, and I'm like, no, what you mean? Like,
I know. And do you remember when you went to South Parks?
Yeah.
That was your very first, all of your paid gig that you all did.
It was a paid gig, paid dancing gig, and it was just like, it was like Gary was trying to prove to them, like, if we do this right with his direction, his guidance, everything, literally we could do so well. And do you know what? We could have actually been like diversity if like our parents let us.
Definitely.
We really could have done it. But no, they decided no, boycotted it. But you know what? It's all good.
I think a lot of if you look back on churches anyway, that they didn't really consider dancing in church.
Nope.
So it was one of our things that we had on our hearts to say, okay, young people, what can we get our young people to do? And so, you know, we thought of, okay, let's build a dance crew. Let's get them all dancing and learning some moves to some tracks. I think, you know, I think we kind of lost something.
Yeah, when we lost something, it was a big thing. It was an absolutely big thing that you know they lost, and it could have been such an amazing thing. But
definitely. But you honestly can see now. Let me just take you back a little bit. Let's go back to the lessons. Gary drilled you guys to bits.
I think he drilled us to the point where like we didn't want to do it anymore, and I think we just got fed up with each other. We were just like, oh, I'm sick and tired of this. I don't want to watch it. Like I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. Just leave me alone. Just forget it. Literally, it was like that. And yeah, he really, really drilled us. Like we were practicing for hours on end. Yeah. And sometimes we would go over the time that we were supposed to as well. And that, but then like it paid off when it came to doing the gigs. It paid off. Like, you know, people saw what we did, you know, and wanted us to perform here and there. Like, yeah, like Gareth said, we made money. For the short period that we were there, we actually made money. We made money.
I think your first payment, everybody got a brown. You remember you all got a brown envelope?
Yeah.
And I think you all got paid £20 each.
Something like that, yeah. Imagine. Oh my gosh. Oh. Nah, man. Our parents did just injustice at that time. They really did. They should have just left us to have done it and let you and Gary just take control. And gosh, it would have been so much great.
I know.
Hey, but, it is what it is now.
It's just one of those things you can reflect on and say, oh man, those were some good times.
Right, exactly. Absolutely amazing times in that.
Gary said, do you still remember the dance?
I do it to some degree. I think I do. Yeah. I mean, oh gosh, we'd have to get some of the guys together to see how I remember it, and then maybe like do a remix of it a little bit and stuff. But yeah, no, it was good. It was good times.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just say hi to everybody that's just joined us. Welcome to Behind the Beauty. And tonight I have Lady T. She's affectionately known as, her name is Tolu. And so she is some big time lady. She came from Oxford. She's still in Oxford. She went to London and has been on the #1 gospel station, Premier Gospel Station. So tell us a little bit more, Tolu, of where it all started.
So radio really started, in fact, it actually started at college at first. And then but I wasn't really into radio at the time. I was just curious because they wanted to set up a radio station at college, and I said, yeah, sure, I'll give it a go. So within weeks I found myself with a couple of other people literally setting up the studio, doing all the connections, and then we were putting shows together, schedules, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we did it, and I enjoyed it. But then went to uni, and I didn't do anything to do with radio. I did a music and media management degree, so that was more focused on the record industry, like music industry, which is what I wanted to do. So, and when I left uni, I was like, okay, I'm going to do this, be this hotshot A&R exec, because that's what I wanted to do, you know, sign all these artists, work with lots of different people, get to meet like so many different people. I was, whilst I was at college and even at uni, so I was applying to lots of different placements, like records companies, not only in the UK, but outside. And I was applying to like my favorite like labels and companies, but that didn't work. They just didn't do anything. No, they didn't reply. I think one did. That was it. Arista Records at the time, which was owned by LA Reid and Clive Davis. At least I got a reply letter from them. It was still a no, but I was happy. Thank you very much. I said thank you. I still got a reply, which is great. And then finished uni, then I went to MTV, worked at MTV for a little bit, finished that, and then Gary at the time was just like, I think Gary at the time had just gotten a show on BBC Oxford, and then I just congratulated him because I saw the picture in the newspaper. I was like, oh my gosh, congratulations, this is great. And we were like talking on the phone, so all he then said was, do you want to be a part of it? I was like, what do you mean? Because yeah, come and help me to, you know, do you help me do the interviews, sort out the phones and everything like that. I was like, do I really want to do this? I was like, okay. So I did. And then, so then I started working with Gary at BBC Oxford. We did that for a good 4.5 years, I believe, at the time. And literally within a year, I was then helping him to co-present. And it literally went from there. But then I remember I said to God, like I was enjoying it. And I said to God, like, look, God, I'm actually I'm really enjoying this. I really like this. But I said that if you want me to do this full time, permanent, then you know, it's just gotta get paid.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
So and then so then the opportunity with Premier Gospel came up, and then he actually saw it. I didn't, and then he was like, "Right, you're gonna apply for this," and I said, "No, I'm not." He said, "No, yes, you are." Yes. So then we filled out the application form, and he helped me do my demo as well. I had a demo tape. So did that, sent it off, and then I then got an interview. In fact, the day of my interview, I just flown him back from America. So imagine being jet lagged, having to do an interview. So I was half in my pajamas. So it was a Skype interview, half my pajamas, nice top on. There's a little something for you. And and then second interview, and then I got it. And then 7 years later, you know, great record. Won some awards, met some fantastic people, interviewed great people, a lot of great artists and non-artists as well. And then and then I decided to leave because it was time, and like I just felt like God was like, there's more. I knew there was more to do, and I think I'd reached the ceiling as well. So
let's take you back to your first day at Premier Gospel. What was that like?
So my first day was quite good. It was interesting because like it was a whole week of like getting to grips with everything. So knowing who's who and getting introduced to everybody. But my first show, on the other hand, oh my gosh, I
Oh, I think we've lost her.
I think it was after the third day. I literally, I called my mum and I said, "Mum, I'm quitting. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to." She was like, "What do you mean?" My mum was like, "What do you mean quit? You can't quit."
How can you imagine your mum?
Yeah, she was like, no, you can't quit. So what's wrong? I said, "Mum, I can't do it. It's too hard. I'm not getting it right." Da, da, da. She goes, no, you can't quit. It's only your first week. You have to do it. Don't worry. You're just getting into it. So took her on her advice. Then 7 years later, there you go. So it was scary, very scary. I was nervous.
So it's running the show and driving the program and doing all the changes and all the mixes.
Yep, all of that stuff. It was a lot, like learning something new. Like, so doing what I was doing with Gary was just a very small portion, but then now moving on to this huge station where more is required. And that was when I said,
Yes.
like, I don't think I'm ready for this. This is why I was like, I'm not ready for this at all.
Yeah,
But
but God knew you was ready for it.
yeah, he did. He really did know. He did. Somehow he knew. So I was
Hmm.
like, okay, cool. I'll do it. I'll stay. And, you know, and he's nurtured me all the way through. So I'm just kind of
Hmm.
like, I'm grateful that I stayed. But yeah, it was a tough journey in the beginning. I can't lie. Very tough.
Yeah. But the thing is, at the end of the day, you know, when you go into a new field, nothing is always say sweet, you know, sweet sailing. You always get those knockbacks, and you always get those times when you think, oh God, is this for me? Is this for
Yep.
me? But
Yep.
you know, when you put your mind to do something and God's in it, he will always make a way for you. And
Absolutely.
Gary's saying he's so proud of you.
Thank you. Honestly, it's like so it's honestly it's crazy.
Mm,
Yeah, just his constant encouragement, and just knowing
mm-hmm,
that this because of him I am where I am. And
mm-hmm.
you know, it's great. And yeah, it's time to go international. I know.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I'm ready. I really am ready for the international. Like I need that's the
yeah,
next phase
yeah.
now. We need to do the international thing. So yeah, we're just waiting for, you know, something great to happen. But yeah, I'm praying towards that. Definitely praying towards
But
that.
I think it's in the pipeline already. You know, you've been exposed to so many people. So, you know, you've put it out there. It's in the atmosphere.
Yeah,
You
amen to
know
that.
what? And God's listening to every word that you say. So, you know, don't think that it's a small thing. You know, that was you went from BBC Radio Oxford, you went to Premier, that's a bigger station. Now God sees that your desire of your heart to now take it internationally. So the world is your oyster. There is
It
no
really is.
limit, no
There really
limit
isn't. There
to
really is no
what God
limit at
can
all.
do for you.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
tell me a little bit about people that you have met on your journey
Um, it's
and
crazy.
interviewed.
I've met so many different people. I've met great artists. I've
Mm-hmm.
met who else have I met? Non-great artists as well. So just regular people, and I think that for me is probably one of the biggest things, because you meet people who are doing things in the community, or
Mm-hmm.
who are helping to change, or who are adding to the kingdom, and you
Yeah.
know, that for me has been an absolute highlight. Like even some of them I've actually like um I'm friends with, like actually like make so some listeners have actually become
Mm-hmm.
friends,
Yeah.
really really close friends, and like, and I appreciate them so much. In terms of like artists, so I've done I think Donna McClurkin might have been my one of my first biggest ones that I
Mm-hmm.
did, and that was like, oh my god, it's the Donnie McClurkin. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So
Was you
that
in,
was
did you have any sort of stage fright because it was
do you know what? I didn't have a stage fright. I was a little bit nervous. I was a
mm-hmm.
little bit nervous. But then now that I interview so many people, I don't get nervous anymore. I'm just like, oh hey, what's
They're
up?
just real people.
Yeah, you're just like a regular person like me. It's just that, you
Yeah.
know, your face is on TV all the time. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we've had Donna McClurkin, we've done Ty, we've done Mary Mary, I've even done Kirk
Mm-hmm.
Franklin. Kirk Franklin was like, that was, whoa, that was a highlight. That is definitely a highlight. Yeah, Gary said Naturally Seven
With
as
Natural
well.
Seven.
Yeah. Who else have I done? Who else have I met? Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. You might have probably named some people, and and chances are
He says
I've done it.
David Oyolo.
Oh, David
Yeah.
Oyelowo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I got to do David Oyelowo as well. And I
Mm-hmm.
think what I'd say one of the biggest interviews to date is probably the ones that I did with the Black Panther cast. So, you know, I got to
Oh,
interview,
that's
yeah, so I
lovely.
got to interview the Black Panther cast, which me, that was nuts in itself. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, doing that, David Oyelowo, and some other great people as well. So it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely been a great experience, and I'm continually meeting a lot more people as well. So
Mm-hmm.
it's funny. There's another show that I actually do on a weekend,
Yeah.
not on a weekday, And one of the artists that we've got lined up is an artist that I used to listen to when I was younger, and I could not believe when they said, yes, I will do it. I was like, no way. This is, for real? I was expecting them to say no. But when he said, yeah, sure, we'll do it. We're ready. I was like, so next month, watch out for who it is. I can't wait.
And this is on Affinity? Is that Affinity Extra?
No, so Affinity Extra is slightly different, but this other show is an Instagram live that I do every Wednesdays. And so we just talk to lots of different people about their music. We go behind the lyrics, and we just talk a whole lot. We literally like just share their whole life, things that they wouldn't normally do. And I'm just like, this is what I live for.
Okay, tell if you want to share what it is, what it's called with the audience.
Okay, yeah. So the show is every Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. and it's on at HFP Music City _. We're kind of teamed up with them to do the show, and just bringing some great content with some great artists and stuff like that. So it's really good. Like I really enjoy doing it, and we're back for season 2 started last week Wednesday. So we've got another one this coming Wednesday as well. So I can't wait. It's gonna be good. It's a great show to do. Yeah. Brilliant.
So you've been doing podcasts, interviews, and can you remember when I gave you a makeover?
Oh my god! How could I forget? You did, because you did my hair, put a little bit of makeup on me, and then I think it's Tanisha, I can't remember her name, and then she styled me and everything like that, and I was just like, who this? Who this, please? Who this?
I know. That was fun. That was fun, though. It was really fun. To make you over, and she bought lots of different clothes for you to put on, and then
honestly
pictures, and that was great.
That was a lot of fun. I remember that, and that was, oh my god, this is some seriously good tires. Like, wow. And it was on live radio. We did that. We did that whole thing live on radio, and it was just like, wow. We did a live makeover on radio. Gary was commenting. He was doing like the commentating and everything like that, and then showing the pictures online. Thank God Facebook had just Facebook had just kind of started coming up, and then so we were able to post pictures of it online. So that was really interesting. I like that. That was good.
Was that? Oh yes, Tanisha Westcar.
Yep, that's the one. Yeah. She was really good. She was really good as well.
So what's on the horizon for you? Because you've been doing so many things, and tell us a little bit about the awards that you've won, because you've a multi-award winning presenter. Come on, tell us all about those awards.
Oh my gosh, you know what? It's so hard. I like talking about people and their awards, but then when it's mine, I'm just like,
but you deserve it.
It's crazy. I think the first award I won, I was probably it might have been a year or 2 years. When I was at the premiere, it was for Best On Air Personality. When I was even nominated, I was just like, oh, okay, thank you, I think. So I did it anyway. So I'm like, okay, great, this is fine. So that was the first one, and I went to the awards, won it. I was like, OMG, this is crazy, this is fine. That was the first one. And I got nominated for one the following year, but I didn't win it. And funny enough, I think it was 2 years later, I actually won it. I actually won that award, and I was very shocked about that. So I've got about 3 or 4 awards, and then for my podcast as well, got an award for that, which is it's been crazy. I don't. That's what I just don't. I don't brag about these things. It's just there. I think what it is, I just do my thing, and then when I am recognized, I'm just like, oh, okay. And there was a particular one as well where this one threw me completely. So it's the UK Entertainment Awards, and my show or music presenter was actually nominated, and I was up against people who have been doing the mainstream. So imagine me, the only female in the category and the only Christian show in that category, and I was just like, this is nuts. Like, are you for real? Like,
but it's
mainstream. I was like, mainstream though.
Yeah.
I'm nominated. Nah. I was like, no. But you know what? I didn't win it. But for me, I was just like, okay, I was recognized for this. This is great. I'm grateful. I'm absolutely grateful for this. So, yeah, it was good.
But as we
It's good.
always say, it's a God thing.
It's a God thing. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. I'm getting used to that. I'm getting used. It really is a God thing. And I guess when you diligently do what you're doing and you just get on with it, He'll make people aware of who you are. And you know, like the Bible says, that the scripture that says that, you know, He will place you among kings and queens, and your gift will make room for you. Like, I think it's funny. I'm slowly understanding that more and more now. Like, when great things happen, I'm understanding that more and more now. But yeah, before then I was just like, nah. But yeah, I get it now. I get it a lot now.
But all those things that you've gone through, and they're all stepping stones onto where God wants to take you to. Because if you said that you wanted to be international, God always prepares a way, but He always takes you through those steps that, and sometimes you may think, oh God, why am I here? But God has a way of putting you in places and in situations that will help you to connect to the next big thing that He wants you to do. So all of these things are definitely preparation for the next thing. So what's coming next?
What's coming
you've
next?
Been presenting, you've been you've done your podcast. Are you still doing that?
Do you know what? It's funny you asked. I've been thinking about it recently, and I do want to start it again because I don't know, there's always stuff to talk about and so many people to talk about, and lots of people keep asking me, when are you doing it? Like, what's happening with that? What's happening with that? So I think slowly, and I had to rethink, like, okay, so if I'm going to do it, what is it that I want to talk about? Because predominantly what it's about, it's called Candid with Lady T, and it's literally frank conversations about so many different things as that Christians go through. So, you know, when it talks about relationships, family stuff, life stuff, but really real open and honest, like super honest kind of stuff. And then so, and I'm thinking to myself, if I'm going to come back, do I still want to continue that? Or do I want to switch it up a little bit? And, you know, so I think I've got it. So sometime this month, I'm going to start releasing some unreleased episodes, and then I'm going to start recording again. But I do miss doing podcasts. I can't lie, because it was a lot of fun. So, I think I'm ready. I'm ready now to kick it off again and whatnot. So, so podcasting is definitely back on the cards for sure.
Excellent. So since leaving Premier, what have you been doing? Tell us about, because that must have been a step of faith.
It was the biggest step of faith in my life. And I always say this, like, throughout last year, I think it was the beginning of 2019 or ending of 2018, 2019, I wrote on my wall, time to step out in faith, on my wall. So the first thing you see is in my room on the wall where I used to live. Time to take that step of faith. I did not know what that would look like at all. I thought it was just the daily little things I was doing, not knowing that come end of 2019, November 2019, that I'll be resigning. And I was like, is this really what it is? Oh my gosh, this is what it is. So, there I am handing in my notice, and then, you know, just looking forward to what was going to be, what is hopeful about a new future, what that's going to look like, doing all the things that I wanted to do. And then 2020 came, and I was kind of like getting ready, kind of like trying to find my feet. Okay, what do I want to do? What do I need to start? And luckily, I've had quite a few approaches from people to do some projects together. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, let's do something. We'll start it off and see how it goes and whatnot. And then Corona hit. So, and for me, that was hard.
Yes.
It was so hard because I'd taken the step of faith. I was ready to start doing my own thing, you know, really doing what God's called me to do, and lots of different projects. And then Corona hit, and then the event industry, because I do host events as well. Yes. So the event industry hit. No one's doing any events, nothing at all, complete shutdown. Right. I need
So
a
that's
job. What do I need to do?
yeah, that's the biggest industry that's been hit.
The
And I
most.
cannot
Yep.
believe how many people that's lost their jobs because of, yeah. So tell us about,
It's
how
yeah.
that's impacted on you.
Yeah, it has, because obviously you can't do any events, we can't do mass gatherings at all.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be together. Not many people were doing events at the time. Everybody was
Mm-hmm.
just finding other ways to do things. So for me, it was just like, oh my God, what am I going to do for money? What am I going to do? But
Mm-hmm.
before I got it, the phone thing is, God is great, because
Mm.
in the last couple of months, I realized that He did not allow me to lack anything in
Yeah.
that period. When it came to money, money
Yeah.
was there in
Yeah.
some way, shape, or form, whether it be
Mm-hmm.
donation or something. Money was there, and like I was just like, wow, wow. Like if someone tells them there is no God, I would just be like,
Mm.
just get out of my face. Just
Yeah.
don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me. So He's
He's a
not allowing me to lack.
provider.
Yeah. But in all honesty, it has, in terms of like emotionally, mentally, it has impacted. Like there were days where I think there must have been like a good 3 weeks where like I just did not want to do anything. I was just
Mm-hmm.
down. I didn't want to like, at some point I didn't want to get out of bed, or if I did get out of bed, I would just watch TV. I didn't want to put on my laptop. I didn't want to
Mm-hmm.
apply for any jobs. I felt it like, and then like for me, my confidence was then rocked as well. Like, what am I really
Mm-hmm.
good at? I'm not good at anything, because what I was doing, my identity was so wrapped up in what I was doing at Premiere for such a long
Yeah.
time, because
Yeah.
that was all I knew. And when you've
Yes.
been with something all you know, that's what you know. What else can you do? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, what am I good at? What am I good at? What can I
Mm-hmm.
actually do? What is it that I can do? And it really rocked me for quite a while. And I was just like, you know what, God, I don't know what you want to do, but you need to do something. Start bringing things my way, opportunities my way,
Mm-hmm.
and doing stuff, because like I don't want to be here. I know this is
Mm-hmm.
not where I'm supposed to be, but this feeling, like not being able to do, like, yeah, like my confidence, everything was just not. I just could
Yeah.
not. I was like, and what was even more frustrating, a lot of people were like, if you don't come out of this lockdown with a new skill,
Mm-hmm.
this and that, da,
Mm-hmm.
da, da, da. So there was that added pressure as well. I'm just like, but
Yeah.
I don't
So
want to. There's things I just don't want to do. I know what I want to do,
yeah.
and I need to focus on that. But it's
Mm-hmm.
just getting it done. It's just the hard part. And
So
yeah,
what was your turning point during this period? What got you back on track?
um, So what I decided to do, I was talking with my manager, and I was just like, I wanted to, because he was just like, oh, you should do something. And I was like, yeah, what do I do? What do I do? I don't know. So then just one day, I was just like
Mm-hmm.
literally just getting changed, getting ready. And then this idea of doing like a series on COVID-19 with lots of different people,
Yeah.
that started the whole thing. So I did a whole week of different interviews with lots of different guests as to like how
Mm-hmm.
COVID had hit them. So whether you're a
Yeah.
business owner, a student, a medic, um, music entertainer, all that kind of stuff. Like, so
Mm-hmm.
it started off with that, and then which went down really well. More people wanted more, but I was like, I'll give you more, but when I feel like it, because I just don't want to do Instagram lives just for the sake of it. Like I don't do anything that I don't want to. So
Yeah.
it took me a long time. So then I did an interview with an artist, and
Mm.
like that was just off the cuff. Like I was just like, I just want to do this. Let me just do it. And because he just released a new EP. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. We did it. I enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. And then
Yeah.
his
Who
manager
was
was
that?
just like, it was called out music. So get
Mm-hmm.
to know. He's
Yeah.
really great. So so then called out music. His managers kind of said to me, oh, that he really enjoyed what I did. Like that was really, really good. Like super enjoyable. It was funny. Usually I don't stay on Instagram lives for that long, but I
Mm-hmm.
did for this one.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. If you thought about like, developing it further, doing more, that he's like, you should do more of this. This would be really, really fun to do. And I was like, yeah, maybe. He was like, well, you should do it. Maybe it's something that I can help you with. We can support you or sponsor you
Mm.
or something. And I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. I was like, okay, maybe. So then I thought about it, and then so then we came up with this concept, this great
Mm-hmm.
project called Lyrically Speaking, which I told you about in the beginning, every
Yes.
Wednesday. So that was literally a turning point. So
Mm-hmm.
he saw what I did, and he was
Yeah.
like, you know what? Let's make it work.
Yeah.
Let's do something. Let's take it further and bigger. And literally from that, it kind of like just changed my thoughts and my
Mm.
about everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, someone saw something that I was doing just randomly,
Mm-hmm.
and said, I want to do more. I want you to do more. I want to help. Let me help you. And he did. And like the fact that we're back for season 2 is a testament to itself.
Yeah.
And you know, first season went down really well. So
He
just
saw
that.
opportunity.
Yeah, he did. And I
Opportunity.
didn't see it. I did not see
Mm-hmm.
that opportunity whatsoever. I knew this is something that I wanted to do eventually with some artists, but I didn't
Yeah.
realize that it could happen right then and there. And then within like what? Within 3 weeks or so,
Mm-hmm.
we were starting the show, and I was just like, wow, wow,
That is
wow.
God. He moves
Honestly,
faster than what you could ever think.
honestly, he really does. And it just shocked me. And you know, lots of people have really enjoyed it a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, wow, okay, this is really, really good, and I'm glad that I did it. And just the fact that someone saw an opportunity like Gary did, he saw that
Yes.
opportunity in me. He saw something, and
Yes.
then he made sure that it was nurtured. And it's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing that this guy did as well. He saw
Mm-hmm.
something, and he made it, and he made sure that it was, that there was support behind it, and he just kept pushing and pushing and just
Mm-hmm.
encouraging. And I'm just like, wow, it's crazy. So yeah, he's
Yeah.
definitely, God has definitely used some different people. You know, I have people who were just given, like, donated some money to get me some equipment at the time, because I needed some equipment for filming and this and that, just little things. You know, people sowing seeds, and I was just like, if you only knew what you've just
Wow.
done,
Wow.
honestly. And you know what? I don't
Mm-hmm.
like. I'm. This season has really taught me, like, it's okay when someone's going to give you something. It's okay, because I'm naturally a giver. I don't
Yes.
usually take things. So the
Mm-hmm.
fact that some people gave, I had to be like, at one point I said no, 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 no. They were like,
Mm-hmm.
no, you can't say no. Like, this is what I
Yeah.
want to do. This is what God has asked me to do. I'm just like,
Do you know what I mean? Don't stop what you're blessing. Don't stop that blessing.
this is it. This is it. So yeah. So it's just been, yeah. God has just been amazing in this period. Like, I can't. There's nothing that I can say was done by man. It was all God. God has used
Yeah.
people, and He continues to do that. So, yeah,
So
it's
God
been great.
orchestrates everything and puts things into motion. And I
Absolutely.
suppose, God always sees what's before you. And
Hmm.
even though you may, the scripture says about putting your light under don't put your light under a bushel, but make it be
Yeah.
on a candlestick so all can see. You
Yep.
probably thought that your light was like little like this. But you know what? That little light illuminates so many people,
Yeah.
and so many people have actually seen what God has actually put into your life and what you are doing. Um,
Yeah.
and Gary says that if you say no, you'll block your blessing. And
Honestly.
it's really true. It's really true.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
just be open to what God's going to do in your life, and just take. And I know this was a step of faith, and coming out of something that you felt was secure, and
This
walking
is it.
out and saying, Lord, this is a step of faith. God sees the sincerity of your heart, and
Hmm.
seeing that you want to be an entrepreneur.
I hate that word so much, but I'm feeling I'm getting that. That's going to be me very soon. Like, that's going to be another tag to my name. I'm just like, oh no,
Yeah,
no.
you know
Oh.
what, that's what this program is all about, is meeting and talking to entrepreneurs, and
Hmm.
looking at what they're doing, and everything you said, that about stepping out in faith and having opportunity and open doors. It's
Hmm.
all about that, all those entrepreneurial skills. It's really just seeing beyond what you can see right in front of you, and seeing that
Yeah.
bigger picture, and being able to help others, and to be able to shine, and to be able to lead others, because the little that you think you may have done,
Mm.
you don't know the amount of lives that you have touched by what you have said or done, or you may not even say something, but the very much, because you smile a lot.
A little bit. Yeah. That.
But that is very infectious. That is very infectious. And
Thank
that
you.
just that little thing can actually take somebody out of their despair, and seeing
Yeah.
somebody smile, and especially throughout this time of COVID, because this was birthed through this time of COVID.
Yeah.
And I kept saying to Gary, I really would like to put on a show. Would really like to do this. And he kept saying, girl, just do it. And he says, right, you've got 2 weeks. And I thought, oh my goodness,
2 weeks, you know.
what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Yeah, he kept saying, get up, don't just keep saying you're gonna do it. And I keep saying, oh, but I'm shy, I can't do it, I can't speak in front of a camera. So yeah. And he just kept pushing, and Darius kept pushing. I said, but I can't be like you two. And he says, no, just be you. So
and that's the key. You literally have to be you. Like I can't go on and just, sometimes I feel like I have to be slightly different in order to be seen or to accept it, because there have been a couple of times where I've kind of like tried to be something else, and that's where comparison is not a good thing at all. And sometimes I do it. I think we all do it, and it does knock my confidence a little. But then, you know, when your family and close friends are reminding you, like, the reason why you've done so well is because you were you weren't anybody else. Like there's something that you bring that's completely different. And sometimes I try to see, like, what is it exactly? I don't know what it is, but I think now it's just be you.
It's just you. It's just
warts and all. Yeah,
Lady T,
warts and
just
all.
you. That smile, it radiates.
It's definitely it's definitely taken a long time, because I can't lie, I think before I handed in my note, resigned from my, was not severely to the point where, like, I don't even want to do anything to do with radio, or I don't want to do anything to do with presenting. I don't want to do it anymore. I just don't want to do it. Like, I was sick of it. I was like, nah, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, my confidence was knocked, and I was thinking to myself, what am I actually really good at? You know, people hear me on the radio, but what else am I actually good at? And then I found myself comparing. Like, I was comparing. I was like, oh, this person's got this person's got that. Oh, you know, they're more beautiful. That's probably why they're getting looked into. Like, I'm telling you, when it came to like confidence, the whole beauty thing, like, all of that I called all of that into question. Like, it knocked me so much. And even during this COVID times as well, my mind was going there again. Like, what am I good at? Like, am I pretty enough? Or am I light enough? Or am I this? Or am I that? All this. I'm just being real. This happened. That's what was going through my head. And it was very, very, it was hard. It was a lot. And I had to really just be like, God made me different.
Yes.
And I had to accept the fact of who I am.
You.
Yeah.
And here's a friend.
Hello. I love it. Hey, Gary. Oh my gosh. Oh, I need to see you guys soon, man. I definitely need to see you guys soon, for sure.
Definitely. Gary was saying that you need to do a reunion, Lady T and DJ G.
we do, and I think we might just do that, actually. We might have to holler at him and do that.
Oh, and is it Triple H? Harry?
Oh, Triple H. Oh gosh, yes, Harry. Oh my days. Superstar Harry. Yes, definitely we need to get him on as well. You know, we definitely need to do something together and stuff like that. But yeah, so yeah, it's been finding out who you are in terms of, you know, what you're called to do, and accepting who you are. That was a massive thing. And I think this year I've been thinking about it, like, you know, so what's 2020 been like for you? You know, where have you been? For me, it's like, it's been transitioning, transforming, and emerging. So the TTE, I think that for me, that's been 2020, transitioning from what I was, and then transforming myself, inner and outer.
It sounds a little bit like you've gone through the stage of a butterfly. So you're this caterpillar, you then go into your cocoon, and I think this time is sort of that sort of time where people are sort of taking time out to rethink, to reposition, and then they have that beautiful butterfly that comes out.
Absolutely, definitely, I think that's probably a good way to describe it. But it's a butterfly kind of thing, and slowly it's slowly taking shape. And I think, you know, I guess this is what this year was probably meant for, even though I thought this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. I wanted to go there. And, you know, I actually wanted to go to America this year and stay there for like, you know, a couple of months, but that didn't happen. So maybe this was my transition and my reforming, reshaping process. And then next year, things will start to happen. So, but yeah, the transition and the transformation have been a
Hi,
thing for
DJ
2020.
H.
Hey, DJ H.
Hi, how are you? But you know, God's got a better plan for you. You know, you, as you said, you want to go international. You've taken a step of faith. You, God sees the desires of your heart, and He will make it happen.
Amen.
He will make it happen if you just trust Him. Just keep on, just believing that whatever you've put out there and say, God, this is where I want to be, He will do it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the key for that, I think there's one thing that I've always thought. I've always said it, but one thing I never did was believe it. And I think now more than ever, like, I believe it. Yeah, in this period, I've allowed myself to believe and expect, because I never used to expect anything. Like, I was just never expectant, or just didn't think I was deserving or anything. But I think believing and being expectant now, yeah, I definitely feel it more now. So yeah, those two things have really helped.
So this time has been a real changing time for you, because it's built your confidence. It's allowed you to start believing in yourself, taking you to a different level in God.
Yep.
Because those open doors probably were there, but you didn't actually believe that you could expect to go through those doors. And that's what it is.
Exactly that. Exactly. It's just like, we just pinpointed it. Exactly that. That's exactly it. And it's just like, yeah, it's good to definitely, like, you know, trust God, because there's lots of things, so many things that can happen when you believe. So yeah, definitely good. Yes, Gary, the Lady T talk show. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm believing that. So many people have said it. So many people have said it, and I'm just like, whew.
Well, it's in the atmosphere. It's in the atmosphere. God will make it happen.
It really is. It really is. So yeah, we'll just wait to see what will happen in the future and what God's going to do. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. There's lots to happen. So I don't know what it is, what that lots is, but it will happen eventually. So yeah,
God's got a plan for your life.
Absolutely.
And
definitely.
He's going to make it happen. He's going to make it happen. Just
Amen.
the other week, I saw you on another as a guest panelist on Carol.
Oh, right. Yes, the gospel music summit. Yeah.
So how was that?
It was, oh, hey Israel, hey. That was really, really different. It was interesting because I've never been, that's probably one of my first big sort of international things that I've done. And it was really great to see all these other people that were there, talking about gospel music, moving the community forward, and the connection between the UK and the US. So, and I think one thing for me that really highlighted that was the fact that one of the panelists that was on there was an artist that I've played music from when I was younger, and even up till today still play. So if you know about gospel music, you know about Dawkins and Dawkins.
Yeah.
So then when you now see that Anson Dawkins is on the same panel as you, and I'm like, is this for real?
Yeah.
Is this actually real? And I'm like, God, okay, you know what? You can do anything and everything. So in terms of the opportunities like that, I don't take for granted. And it was an amazing experience. And it's just like, I feel like that's just the beginning of so much more to come as well. Like I think this year's just been a little taster of so many things. And that summit was just fantastic. It was really, really good. Very enlightening. And just seeing people, It
Yeah.
was great. It was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, that was a great opportunity.
And I've also seen that you are also chair of another group. Tell us about that as well. How did you get that? I've been
Oh
reading about you, young
gosh.
lady.
Oh my days. So basically, I was made, so there's an organization for the UK that was set up about 10 years ago by Juliet Fletcher, who is someone in the UK gospel who's very
Mm-hmm.
well known. And she set up this organization called GMIA, which is Gospel Music Industry Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
And they went through like like a reform, reshape from towards about September, October last year.
Yeah.
And it was to appoint new directors to
Mm-hmm.
join the company, to take the company forward, building a structure, and most importantly, having a sustainable industry. We're helping to make a sustainable industry and connecting everybody together and moving forward with things. And then I was a director, which was great. So I was made a director, and I was very surprised about that. So I was grateful. And then, funny enough, this was actually during lockdown when this happened. Then I was made a chairperson of the organization. I didn't think one was needed, but they made me chairperson of this huge organization. So, yeah, and GMIA stands for Gospel Music Industry Alliance, and it's basically set up to help equip, resource, educate people who work within UK gospel or the gospel community at large, and also making connections with lots of different organizations, having allies, so that the UK can have a very structured, sustainable industry where people can look to and think, oh yeah, these people have got it together. They're doing this. They're moving forward. People could come to us for advice, for just for everything and anything, and we can also do events and teach and bring people together and do so much more, and just really help those who are in the industry in music. So so being made a chairperson for that organization was pretty big. Till now, sometimes I'm like, am I really the chairperson? Because I didn't think much of it, but this organization is quite a big deal for UK gospel, and I'm like, damn, this is crazy.
But you just sit back and think, oh my goodness, God, whoa, what am I gonna
honestly,
do?
every day I pray for wisdom. I'm like, God, this is a huge, this is another type of different management level that I'm not used to, and I'm learning how to be a leader, how to be a chair, someone to carry a vision forward, be the face of something. And it's just like, oh God, help me. And now I have to be more careful about what I say and do. And I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, but God saw all those leadership qualities in you already.
Right.
And even I believe that Gary saw that. That's why he kept pushing you forward. He sees all of that prospect that is in you. So, never say never, because God has a plan for you.
And I think another thing is, I think for anybody, like, sometimes we don't see things and others do, and then that will then motivate you to then continue to see what they see, or pick up on something, and then it kind of like encourages you that, okay, cool, I can do this. Okay, I can do this. I clearly can do it, because otherwise I wouldn't be in this position in the first place. So yes, it's just been it's been very interesting to be in that position. But I'm grateful. It's a good thing. So, who knows? Who knows?
We have just had a whole list of people that's been nominated by, to have the honors in the honors list. Isn't that fantastic? Oh my goodness.
It's just phenomenal. I mean, sometimes you get the odd one or two people there and whatnot, but to have that amount of people, significant, 6 people, honored, and who've been grinding for so many years, and they've contributed to so much, and then you have, and then they've been recognized and honored for their work. That's an amazing thing. Not only is it great for them as an individual, but in terms of like UK gospel, it is phenomenal. And it's basically saying to the world, look, we have people who are doing great things. UK gospel is not small. Gospel music in the UK is not something to just be put to the side. Take notice and watch. Be watching, because there are people who are doing some phenomenal work. So it's definitely like a hello world. Look at us now.
Yeah.
look at us now. So it's good
So
timing.
next year we can see Lady T in the honors list.
Hold on a minute. Next year, I don't know. Maybe soon, sometime in the future, maybe, who knows? Like, yeah, it'll be great power,
Hey,
but
God, I'm
I don't know about
speaking
next
it.
year.
I'm speaking it, God.
But I need to do some years. I need to do some years before I can think of doing, oh, Lady T. Oh my God, I look so, oh, I want to see that. I want to see that. Oh God. I need to do another, 9 years before I can even be even thought of getting one of those things. So I'm
No,
just
no
going to
worries.
diligently continually do my thing. And if that happens, great. If not, listen, I'm just doing my thing. Like,
You know
oh
what?
gosh.
Greater things are yet to come.
Yes, absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
we've spoken it. It's in the atmosphere. God take it. Yeah.
Amen. Amen to that for sure.
So
Amen to that for sure.
just starting to wrap up now, just what one thing would you say to somebody that's younger that wants to come into the industry, and what one little encouragement can you give to them?
Oh my gosh. What encouragement can I give to them? Just I think it's know who you are and what you want to
Mm-hmm,
do.
mm-hmm,
Once you're really confident in who you are as a person and whose you are
mm-hmm,
as well, and know what you want to do, I think you'll be able to accomplish quite a lot. And, people are always telling me, write things down, write things down. It's
mm-hmm,
actually true. Write it down. Write it down
mm-hmm,
is so important. I'm not great at it, but write things down that you want to see happen as well, and write your
mm-hmm,
prayers down as well. So I kind of do that, but know who you are, whose you are, and what you want to do, and you will get there. And just work hard at it. And the thing is, do what you want to do, go out and get it, and
mm-hmm.
just be diligent at it. And when
Yeah,
people see you, don't go looking for,
consistency.
yeah, exactly, consistent. Don't go looking for acknowledgement or accolades or anything like that. No, 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 no.
Mm-hmm,
Do what you need to do. Then it will come to you. God will it's God's job to then show people who you are. This is what she's doing or he's doing.
mm-hmm,
And you'll get recognized for it. Your gift will make
mm-hmm,
room for you. It will take you to places you never thought of, opportunities.
mm-hmm.
So just do what you need to do. Cultivate that. Be
Yes.
consistent. Be persistent. Persevere at it, and just
Mm-hmm,
as my friend, as they say in pigeon Euro, is like, focus your focus. Okay,
mm-hmm.
focus your focus. Focus your focus. Focus your focus, and you'll be fine. And you'll be fine. So yeah, so that's what I would actually say. And yeah, put God first. Put
Amen.
God first in everything. So yeah.
Thank you, Lady T. And Gary said, Lady T MBE. Let's
Oh
just
my
speak it
gosh.
there. Well, thank you so much for coming on to Behind the Beauty. So we're going to say bye-bye to everyone, and thank you again, and come back and watch another episode of Behind the Beauty. See you all next time. Thank
Take
you,
care,
Lady
guys.
T.
Thank you so much
Thank
for having
you.
me. It's an absolute pleasure. God bless you
Thank you,
guys.
God.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
God bless. Bye bye.